It was in about 1973. He was in India, and he went with a few devotees to Jagannath Puri. At that time, in history, I do not believe a single foreign devotee of ISKCON had ever been inside Jagannath's temple. Now, in one exchange between Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj and Prabhupada, Prabhupada was so pleased with his service that Prabhupada told him, "You will see Krishna in this lifetime." So Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj was thinking, maybe I'll see Krishna as Jagannath in this lifetime. So he was thinking, I have a very black complexion. Perhaps they'll think I'm from South India. And they will allow me in. In those days, they even banned Indian devotees from ISKCON, because they considered that Indian devotees were associating with Western devotees. So they had no right to enter into Jagannath's temple. So he was thinking, I'll wear karmi clothes. I'll wear regular civilian dress. Then they'll never think I'm from ISKCON. But he didn't have any karmi clothes. So he just asked some people, and he borrowed a set of clothes that didn't even fit him. Just some pants and shirt. And then he tied a gamsha around his head because his head was shaved with sika. And there were big crowds. And he walked right through the gatekeepers. And he went deeper and deeper, and it was mass crowds of people. Thousands and thousands of people in that hall. And he went by the Garuda Stamba, and people were having very difficult time coming close to Jagannath. But he saw Jagannath from a great distance. But meanwhile, he was just praying to Jagannath, if they catch me now that I'm inside, they're going to beat me. They're going to really beat me. I don't know what will happen. So all of a sudden, the pandas and the pujaris, they just stopped all the crowds. And they were choosing people that they thought they had money and called them forward. And one of the pandas called Bhakti Tirtha Swami, who was in disguise. He said, "You, come." But he said it in Oriyan language. And Bhakti Tirtha Swami was really afraid, because he's going to talk to him. And he only speaks English. He doesn't speak any language except English. So he was thinking, what am I going to say? I'll tell him that I'm an Indian, but I was brought up in America and I only know English. So the person started talking to him, and he didn't say anything. He was asking him questions, very seriously asking him questions. And Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj couldn't understand a word he was saying, and he didn't know what to respond, so he just remained silent, as if he was playing to Lord Jagannath. So the person actually brought him right up to the altar. Right up to the altar. And pushed his head right on the altar near Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra's lotus feet. And let him stand right inches from Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra to offer his prayers of love. Then he took him to circumambulate Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra. And meanwhile, so many other pandas wanted to try to get money from him. But this one panda was saying, he's mine, he's mine. And then in the end, after he had this amazing darshan of Jagannath, he offered prayer. He told me that he prayed to Lord Jagannath to protect all the devotees in ISKCON, to give them pure bhakti, and to empower them to please Srila Prabhupada by spreading the mission all over the world. This was his only prayer, that he could be an instrument of mercy and compassion in his life. and that all the devotees would be happy in Krishna consciousness. That was his prayer to Jagannath. Then as this pujari, who was a chief pujari, was escorting him out, he spoke to him in English. He said, "I know who you are." He said, "I don't agree that you people should not be allowed in the temple. So I have given you this darshan." And Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj told us it was such a divine spiritual experience that the next day he thought he'll do it again. Actually, it was that night. Yes, it was that same night. So late at night, he again put on the gamcha on his head and put on his unfitting civilian clothes, and he walked in, and then Pandas discovered him. He was an Indian, and they started screaming at him and chasing him, and he had to run away, and people were trying to stop him. But he said he was quite, from his dancing, he was in very good condition. So he ran, and people were trying, and he finally just ran out of the Singadwaram. And then he realized that we should be satisfied with what Krishna has given us. But as far as I know, he was the first foreign devotee of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness to ever personally have the darshan of the Ishtadev of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai. Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj Ki. Prabhupada's prophecy came true. You will see Krishna in this life.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on devotionalnectar.com.